Hello everyone. I'm happy to welcome you all to the Zoho Creator Learning Table series for the month of November. To say about this learning table series, this is a free monthly webinar which would span around 45 to 60 minutes, designed to help professionals leverage Zoho Creator for industry specific challenges. Each session provides the expert insights, live demonstrations, and practical solutions tailored to a particular business needs. We have been conducting this learning table series for more than 4 years now, and we are receiving remarkable feedbacks from our partners and developers. So, in that flow, this month we have made this session to be a partner driven session on the topic Next Gen PMIS, Digitizing Infrastructure Project Management. So each partner will have an extensive experience in handling a wide range of customers from different domains and different user bases. We believe that this collaborative model will enable other partners and developers in Zoho's ecosystem to leverage and access a diverse spectrum of ideas, opinions, and coding experiences. So, in that flow, today we are pleased to welcome RCI Digital Solutions, a trusted Zoho partner since 2020, known for delivering innovative digital solutions that streamline their business operations. To say about RCI Digital, they deliver digital solution for infrastructure construction project management. They serve both government and private sector clients, combining domain expertise with technology to create impactful solutions. Representing RCA Digital, today we have Kirtana Devi, project manager and digital transformation consultant with us. Kirtana has extensive experience in both project and the product management, working with clients in the railways and the highway sectors. So let's welcome Kirtana Devi over here. So hello Kirtana, welcome to the session.
Thank you, Preeti. That was a wonderful introduction. So hello everyone.
Yes.
Preeti, can you?
Yes, we can hear you. So yeah.
Yeah,
So
can you pass on?
I'll just transfer the session to you. Please take it from here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Just a minute.
Hello everyone. Before we dive in, let me quickly walk you through today's agenda. First, we'll start with a brief introduction to the topic and set the context for the session. Next, we'll go through the project management information system framework. After that, we'll move into the live demo where I'll show you how the concepts work in practice. Then we'll touch upon the other industry use cases. Finally, we'll wrap up with a summary of key takeaways followed by a Q&A. So coming to our introduction, RCA Digital, as Preeti mentioned, we are a techno management consulting firm. We are a Zoho partner since 2020. We have expertise in infrastructure, project management, and asset management. We have manufacturing experience, enterprise custom creator solutions, and now we have started off with Zoho One implementation. We're based out of Chennai in India with a strong 50 plus techno-functional team. We are now in the 10th year. We have proven experience in providing project management systems and asset management systems for infrastructure projects. And these are some of the metrics from our experience. So when you take the technology stack, our core platform where the PMIS is built is on Zoho Creator. And wherever required, we have integrated with other platforms from the Zoho ecosystem like Zoho Analytics, WorkDrive, Sign, Catalyst, and PDF Editor. So let us understand how the infrastructure project environment works. If you take any economy, infrastructure is the backbone of their economic growth. So managing large projects today is getting tougher day by day. And the traditional methods which is being currently used or which was being used previously is getting transformed with smart solutions like PMIS. So in this session, we'll explore how the digital project management information system, particularly PMIS, are transforming how infrastructure projects are being planned, executed, and monitored. So this brings all the key stakeholders onto a single transparent platform. So before diving in, we'll first understand the key stakeholders in a project. So it is Every project involves multiple players. So with each stakeholder having a distinct roles and expectations. So starting with the project owner or the client agency who will monitor the progress and ensure that the project objectives are being met. They'll be responsible for reviewing the reports, they approve the variations, if any, and they oversee the contract compliances. Next is the EPC or the construction contractor who executes the actual work as per the approved designs and specifications. They'll be responsible for managing their manpower, materials, equipments, and their subcontractors. So next is the project management consultants or the project management unit who will be coordinating all the execution activities. They'll oversee the timelines, quality, budget, and have seamless stakeholder communication on behalf of the project client or the owner. Apart from that, we'll have other vendors like the designers, subcontractors, suppliers, or any other stakeholders involved in the project. So with these many teams working on the project, the execution becomes even more challenging to manage. Imagine a project as viewed from 4 distinct levels starting from the bottom. At level 1 at the bottom, on-site workers face the reality of slow progress, confusion, and a challenging environment. Details on tasks, resources, or even the next steps are often unclear. So moving up at level 2, the site supervisor or engineer is buried in fragmented reporting, attempting to interpret updates from multiple sources and sources like spreadsheets, emails, and paper notes, or even verbal communication, which often leads to inefficiencies or some information may be lost in between. And at the level 3, if you see, they are the head office or the management team, where the progress related decisions are being handled based on the information which the site supervisor or whatever information that they get from the site. But if the underlying data is delayed, incomplete, or inaccurate, the strategic decisions quickly go off track. And finally, at the level 4 is the client, where they'll be expecting the project to be inaugurated maybe next month. But in reality, it may be completely different. So to solve all these challenges in a construction project, we have formulated a framework which will cater to any type of project. So starting with the work plan, the work plan can be in any form, like from any scheduling tools like Primavera, MSP, the spreadsheets, that can be configured into the system, and based on that, the progress and resource reporting can be done. Based on that, the progress and resource reporting can be done. Next is the work inspection. In order to satisfy the quality standards, work will be inspected by the project management consultant. And when the teams are executing at site, they'll have certain queries or doubts to be clarified. So that can be handled using the engineering query log. Next, when dealing with large projects like infrastructure projects, we'll have a lot of documents and drawings being generated, and it has to go through a lot of different workflows. So to handle all of that, we have the document and drawings management. Next is the procurement and inventory tracker. So all the site related procurement activities that can be handled using this module, and all the incoming stock, outgoing stock, that can all be maintained in a store, can be maintained using the inventory tracker. So next we have the issue tracking. While executing, any non-conformance related to quality or safety can be recorded here, and it can be tracked to closure. Next is the safety management. Safety is a very, very important aspect in any project. So right from inducting the laborers, engineers into the site, all the safety related activities will be handled using the safety management module. So from all these modules, the relevant stakeholders will get timely alerts and notifications irrespective of where they are, and they'll be notified that so and so work is progressing, and they'll have to if they have to take action, that will also be notified. And if there's any alarming tasks, that they'll get timely alerts so that they can take timely rectification. And the entire solution is compatible with mobile, tab, and web, so that even the on-site workers will be able to update the progress data easily from their mobiles. From this, we generate real-time reports and dashboards for various levels of the organizations involved. And we also do integrations with GIS, ERP, and other third-party systems. So apart from the core modules that we saw, these are some of the advanced PMIS capabilities like land acquisition tracker, utility shifting tracker, work plan forecasting, resource planner cum tracker, site diary, quality management, minutes of meeting, contract administration and claims administration, query or clarification, client billing, risk management, progress photo library, and BCLC and insurance register. So apart from this, if the project needs any other customized modules, that can also be accommodated here. So in today's discussion, we'll be primarily focusing on the 4 core modules, starting with the document management system, which is the DMS, followed by daily progress reporting, which is the DPR, then request for inspection, which is the RFI, and finally safety management. So starting with document management system, all the documents drawings which are being generated will have to follow certain workflows to get it finally approved. So all those workflows can be handled. Next is the comment and resolution tracker. So any stakeholders, if they have any comments or resolutions to be done, can be handled here. And all the revisions pertaining to the drawings can be tracked. And role-based access control for each file and folder can be given, so that only the authorized person is able to access those files. And we can have a master document list based on which you can compare what all documents have come in and what all has been, what all are still progressing and what is yet to start. So you'll be able to track the drawings progress. And reference documents, if there's any design briefings to be attached along with any documents or any transmittals, submittals, that can be updated here. And since workflow is approvals are involved, we have e-signatures and digital signatures also. The next is the daily progress reporting, where from the work plan, as and when the site engineer performs the tasks at site, they'll have to update the progress to the management and what all resources they have consumed. So all the daily progress report and the resource reporting can be done, based on which the authority or the project management consultant or the client will be able to track the work status. And if the activities have any weightages, that can be updated, and the overall progress can be rolled up to the WBS and finally up to the project level. And based on the progress that is happening, we'll be able to forecast the progress in terms for the activity as well as for the project. And since all these updates happen from site, they can update the site photographs and supporting documents, so that the authorities or whoever is not available at site but authorized to see the progress can visualize the progress from these photographs. Next is the request for inspection, where any quality or safety related inspections for the works completed will have to go through a certain set of approvals. So that can all be handled using the module, and all the quality and safety checklist can be handled. Next, if there's any non-conformance observed, that can be recorded and it can be tracked until closure. Since a lot of workflow is happening, all the audit, trial, and compliances can be tracked separately. And this again happens at site, so all the site photographs and supporting documents can be attached. Finally, the safety management module, where we'll start with the safety induction. So whenever any labor or any user, any person arrives at site, they'll be, before even entering the site, they'll have to be inducted regarding the safety protocols and all to be followed at site. And if they're not following the safety protocols, then they'll be given safety counseling and warning. Next, before even starting any performing any work at site, and they'll have to obtain work permits, so that the safety team will ensure that all the safety protocols are being followed. And Next is the safety observation. If at all, in spite of the induction, counseling and warning, if there's any non-conformance being observed at site, can be recorded in safety observations, and it can be rectified. Finally, the PPE is stored. Similar to the other inventory, the safety team will also have their separate inventory where all the PPE equipments like the helmets, safety jackets, shoes, or any reflective barriers, that can all be recorded here. And what is the incoming stock and what is the outgoing stock, all those can be tracked using this module. Next, we'll quickly switch to the live demo. When you log in, you will land onto the portfolio dashboard page. All the screens that you will be seeing in the application will be pages where Zoho Creator forms, Creator reports, and Creator widgets will be embedded on top of it. When you initially get started with the app, you will have a blank canvas where a whole lot of masters will have to be configured. That can be done using the settings module. So this will be available only for the application admin. Then we have two set of masters. That is the global masters, which will be which will be used across the application. Then the project specific masters. First, we'll quickly look at the global masters, starting with organization type, organization, contract type, user role, application role, site type, module and screen mapping, project, user role mapping, user creation, priority, tag, These are some of the global masters. So as a matter of time, we will see in detail of the key global masters like the project masters, user role mapping, and the user creation. I'll quickly show you how to create a new project here. So these are some of the projects which we have already configured. So I'll click on add new and give blue metro line construction. BML, I'll give as the short name. And the project code. If there's any work order reference, you can specify. I'll say BML001. Then description, I'll again copy the same project name. Then if if you know the start date and end date, you can specify the start and end dates. I'm specifying November 1st to considering 3 years of progress. I'll say 2028 November 20. Then the duration will be auto-calculated. You can specify the project value. Here we have configured in terms of INR. You can it can be configured it in other currencies also. We can specify the contract type. Then update the project owner. And here I'm saying Metro. Then PMC. If there's any project management consultant, you can update that as well. I'll say XYZ Consultants. Then contractor, I'm selecting STR Construction. Then again in the client, I'm selecting Metro. And if you want to roll up, if you have weightages for your activities, you can select roll up the progress based on the weightage. And the start and end changes. If you take any linear project, the changes are very important. Like it is the start location and the end location of that project. So for this project, I'm selecting 3,000 to 40,000. And if there's any attachment like the contract agreement or the tender document or any work order reference, if you want to attach, that can be attached. Then if you click on submit, that project will be created. Next, we'll have to do the user role mapping for that project so that all those predefined user roles can be used in the project. So here I'm selecting I'm selecting the project that I have created and selecting admin as a user group because I'm going to assign access for me. So we'll have to select all the modules that we want to give access to. When we click on submit, this user role will be assigned to this project where we'll have different modules and the different sub modules as well. And for this, for if it's an existing user, you'll have to add the user in the add the project in the user. or you can directly create users inside a project. So I'm selecting the project and selecting update. So this project will be available for me in my project selection tab. So from here, I can navigate into the project and do the other configuration. Like next will be the project masters, detailed project masters, where we'll have the module related master configuration, right from creating any user, then module wise configuration. Like here we have taken DMS, RFI, then safety and all. So all these master configurations can be done. For the demo purpose, we have already created a project. I'll select from that. Here, the overall UI that you see here is built using Zoho Creator widgets with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The first screen that when you enter any project will be the project dashboard, which is done using Zoho's BI and analytics. On the left pane, you will have all the modules where you can navigate to the respective modules that you want to work on. First, we'll get started with the DMS. When you navigate into any module, first screen will be the module dashboard. If you take DMS, that is the document management system, it is mainly used for handling documents and drawings. So here for reporting purpose, we have different categories configured. So document and drawing wise categories, you can have it as a dashboard. And for each status, drawing and document dashboards, you can have it separately. And organization wise, how many categories are pending in each, based on organization as well as category, how many documents are pending. And based on organization and category, how many documents are pending, you'll be able to see. And next, based on the drawing status, again, organization type wise, you'll be able to segregate separately. And the aging of delay as well. How many drawings are pending for how long, that you can that you can view. Next is the DMS module. So the UI that you have here is again built on Zoho Creator widgets, where you'll have a file directory kind of a view where you can create folders and subfolders. I'm selecting one folder from here for an example. Here, when you go into any folder, you'll have all the files. It can be a mix of files and folders as well. Here, if you see, you'll have the files. The files will have multiple revisions which the document has undergone, and what is the status of each of these documents, who has modified it last, and when it was modified last. So all these details you will get in the first view itself. And if you want to view the document, you can view it directly from the system itself. So the drawing can be viewed from the system itself. And after viewing, if you want to give any comments, or if you want to update any information in the document, you can update it here. You can just click on edit. If you want to add any new revision, you can click on add new revision and then upload a new file. Or if you want to edit the existing details alone, you can edit any of these details. And if you want to attach any reference documents, that can also be done from here. I'm not updating anything for now. So the reference document separately, you can view it from this action icon. And whatever comments that has been given, comments and resolutions that has happened. And if you want to replace the entire file, that you can do. And if you want to view all the revision history, if you take this drawing, there are two different revisions which has happened. So both the revision history you can view, and all the logs relating to the comments or whatever workflow it has gone through, all these details you will be able to view it from the document management history report. Like from which status it was sent, and who has sent it, and why did it come back, along with the comments also, you'll be able to get it. So this module will help the design teams to easily get approvals from the approving authorities and make any corrections if required. So this the module ensures that the accountability is maintained. So, and the site engineers who is operating from the site office will also have the final approved drawing based on which he can execute the work without having to get confused with the old versions of their work. And this will avoid rework as well. So these are some of the examples where DMS can be useful in terms of document and drawing handling. Not just for drawings, any letters, submittals, transmittals, design briefings, quality documents, safety documents, all those can be updated handled using our module. So next we'll move on to the next module, which is the daily progress reporting. In short, we call it DPR. Here we'll have the work plan, progress entry, Gantt chart, and the daily progress report summary. Again, here we'll have the project dashboard. This is again using Zoho's BI and Analytics, where you will get the progress of the entire project, physical progress of the entire project, as well as the financial progress. And we'll also get to know the details of where we stand in terms of timeline, the start date, end date, current date, how many days has been elapsed, what is the remaining duration, and what is the project cost, how much has been utilized, and how many bills has been certified so far, and if there's any bill in the previous month and the current month, that bill comparison we can do. And this project, it is categorized into different work groups. So each work group, like since this complex project, they have categorized into different work groups. So all these for all these work groups, we can see how much finance has been utilized and what is the balance. Similarly, we can view the entire financial progress in terms of escrows, what was planned initially and what is happening actually at site. And since it's a linear project, the entire stretch is broken down into different sections, and each of these sections, plan versus actual physical progress, can be tracked separately. We'll quickly move on to the work plan, where all the schedule that the planning engineer has created, that it may be in terms of MSP, Primavera, or even in spreadsheet, it can be configured into the system. In addition to that, we also have a mini scheduling tool to define the WBS here. Like you can create a task, you can add a child, you can create subtasks in this, and along with you can define the relationships also. So these schedules are prepared by the planning team from the contractor side, and this will be approved by the PMC or the client. So based on the WBS defined, the site engineers will execute the work at site. So the progress entries can be done using the progress entry screen. So I'm selecting 2 packages now. So from here, they'll be navigated to the daily progress update screen. The entire WBS will be available along with the planned start date, finish dates, and the planned duration. And if you have specified any total scope of work, that will be available. And if the users want to update the DPR, they can click on enter DPR. They'll have the daily progress entry screen opened. They can mention on what date they are updating the progress for, and the shift. Selecting general, and I'll say 100 cubic meters has been completed. And if there's any delay, they can mention the delay. And if the work is completed fully, they can mark it as completed. And if they want to give any additional comments, they can do. And if there's any site photographs or supporting documents that has to be uploaded, can be uploaded in the attachments. And once they click submit, the daily progress update will be, the DPR will be updated. And if you see, it was initially 0. Now we have updated the progress. So we have calculated the overall completion percentage of that activity, as well as the balance quantity, and that and the work status is also updated. So this can be viewed as Gantt charts as well. Yeah, this can be viewed as Gantt chart as well, where we'll have all the WBS, and we'll show the tasks and its relationships. And if we click on the task, we'll be able to get the details of that task. What are the dependencies, when it was started, how much is completed, what is the balance. So all these details we'll get. So from this, the PMC or the client will be able to oversee the progress that is happening. And whatever daily progress updates were given, all these can be viewed as a separate report, and we can also have a separate customized report for this. So I'll show you how the screens would look vary for the site engineer and the project management consultant. I have two different users where user one is the site engineer. I'll navigate into the project. So here, if you see, since he's a site engineer only, he'll be able to view only the DMS, DPR, and RFIs. Safety module will be handled by the safety teams and the project management consultant. Further, if you go inside the DPR module, you will have only the progress entry and the daily DPR summary. Whereas if you log in as a consultant, our user 2 is a consultant here. I'm navigating into the project. So here, if you see, since he's a project management consultant, additionally, he'll have access to the safety module. And in addition to that, he'll have access to the Gantt chart and the work plan also. Because he'll be the one who's approving the plan, and he'll be the one who's overseeing the progress. So these modules will come in handy for the project management consultant. Whereas the site engineer, he'll have he is authorized to update only the progress which he is executing. So that alone he'll have access to. So next we'll move on to the safety management module before RFI. So here at any construction site, there'll be a dedicated safety team who will ensure that all safety practices are being followed at every step. Whenever any new person enters the site, they'll be given a safety induction to train them on the safety protocols to be followed at site. So starting with the safety induction, we have different modules. Before that, we'll discuss on the dashboards. Here, if you see how many labors are there in each contractor's team, we'll have a separate dashboard. How many have been trained? Next, how many labors are there in each category? Like who are the unskilled labors? How many are skilled labors? And role-wise, how many in terms of staff, the engineers and the labor separately. In terms of departments, civil, mechanical, electrical, or firefighting. And we have a different dashboard for inspection. The equipments, or there'll be periodic safety inspections to be done. So all those inspection status, we have it as a separate dashboard. And the PP material in stock. So how many, what all materials are there and how many materials are there in stock along with the units will be available as a separate dashboard. So now we'll start with the HSE induction. So whenever any person enters into the site, he'll have to be he'll have to be trained on the safety protocols. So once he's trained, then all his details will be updated, and he'll be working at the site. In spite of the training, if he's not following any safety protocols, he'll be given counseling. Here in this application, we have counseling, recounseling, and warning letter. If all these three stages he has crossed, then he'll be finally dismissed. We'll take an example of one labor. So all the laborers who have been inducted will be available here. And I've selected one, and all his details will be captured. And at which location this violation has happened, I'll say station building. Then on which date this violation has happened, and what are the details of the violation. I'll say not wearing helmet. So he has already given counseling once, so I'll say recounseling and then submit. And if there's any before and after images, like about the briefing, if you have any attachment that you can attach, and who was a safety officer who was responsible for doing the counseling, who was the site person who was, because there'll be a site officer separately and the site engineer separately. So all these people details you can record, and if there's any other attachment that you can update it here. And once you click on submit, the since I have not updated the form, it's not getting submitted. So the counseling, recounseling, and warning will be happening like this in this flow. Next, we have the safety inspection, where all the equipments like the concrete mixer, excavator, fire extinguisher, or any other equipments or plant and machinery that they use at site, they'll have to inspect it regularly so that it is safe to use at site. So I'll click on add, and we can select at which location you want that to be updated. You can select the inspection team. For the demo, I'll select an updated record. I'll select the inspection team. I'll say a site safety team. Then inspection name, for which equipment or which inspection I have to do. I'll say diesel generator. And which location, I'll say near station building. Who has inspected. So all the users available for this project in the safety department will be available here. I'll select one user. And then who has approved this inspection, that will be that we can update. And what is the designation? Additional information like the identification number, make or model, the manufactured year, that can, all these details you can update. And these safety inspections will be generally done upon procuring that to the site for the first time, or it can be periodical also. As and when they're using, they'll have a fixed duration at which they have to perform these inspections. So depending on your situation, you can select arrival or periodical. I'm selecting periodical now. And you'll have all the inspection points, and based on which you can say yes or no. And then if you have any remarks, you can update, and you can finally certify if it's fit for deployment or unfit for deployment. I'll say fit for deployment and then submit. So that record will be updated. So the safety team on regular basis, they'll keep recording these details. And next is the PPE tracker, where all their PPE equipments like the helmet, shoes, safety jackets, all these can be update. All these will be available here. And what is the incoming stock, inward summary, and PPE issue summary, you'll be able to get it separately. So next is the RFI module. As the contractor completes any activity, it must be reviewed for the quality checks. The contractor, upon completing any activity, he'll create an RFI, which is the request for inspection, to the project management consultant. The PMC will be there at the work location to inspect the work. This RFI process was initially done manually, where the contractor, upon completing any work, he'll physically call the PMC to the work location, and the contractor will manually fill in the forms, a paper form, and the PMC will review the quality of work and then sign the form. So now with PMIS, the site engineer can fill in the inspection request form. I'll show you an example. So this RFI creation will be done by the contractor, and the next levels of approval. This is a dynamic approval system where you can predefine how many levels of approval you want. So initially it will start with the site engineer who's performing the work. So again, here we have different work groups. I'm selecting earthwork. I'll create one RFI. I'll select this section, then inspection for. If there's any side, I can specify. The chainage from and to, we can specify. I'll select. The overall change for that project will be automatically fetched. I'll say and we'll have to select the layer. I'll say layer 1. And when I want the inspection to be done, I'll have to select the date and time. Then if there's any comments that I want to give, work will be completed by the requested time. I'll say, and if there's any attachments like the site photographs or any supporting documents, we can upload. And if you want to save it as draft, like you can save it as draft or you can submit it directly. For now, I'll save it as draft and show you. Since there's an existing chainage where it's showing an error, because this will avoid any duplication of works. Like this is a very important document in terms of the billing purpose. So once this is approved, this will be sent for billing. So if there's any duplicates here, it can be filtered out. So all the submitted RFIs will be categorized separately. And if you want to delete any in draft RFI, you can delete and that can be retrieved back. Once the RFI is submitted, you will not be able to take it back. Then when he submits, when the contractor submits, it will be automatically sent to the PMC, where he can come and review the work. The contractor here need not have to call the consultant to come to the site and review it. He can, the consultant will be automatically alerted from the module itself. So that from here, all the RFIs which that this user is having access to will be listed under this. So listed under to be reviewed. So if he wants to review the work, or if he wants to give any non-conformance, or if there's anything to be edited, like if the user has updated any, the site engineer has updated anything wrong, that can be edited here. So the RFI form will be opened and the changes can be done. The changes can be done. If they want to attach any additional documents also, they can attach. So once the action is taken, I'll select the status. I'll say approve. Work quality okay. And then submit. So this RFI will be completely closed. So this will be taken for billing input. So based on all these progress happening, we are generating some visualization in term, which will be easy for the users to visualize the entire progress. And if you take any linear project, work will be happening at different locations. So all these different locations, progress visualization will be easy with the 3 different visualization options that we have. First is the strip chart. I'll show you an example. We'll have to select the project, work group and section. The changes will be automatically loaded for that section. If you click on view, you'll be able to view the strip chart. So this is using Zoho Creator widgets using Kendo chart, HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Here all the, any of the railway projects that you take, there'll be multiple layers of work which would have been done under the surface, what we see. So all those layers can be visualized in terms of strip chart here. So here on the x-axis, you'll have the location, that is the chainage. And on the y-axis, you will have all the activities that has been performed, starting with the safety fencing, excavation, filling, multiple layers of filling, then multiple layers of blanketing, site slope compaction. And if you have any other activities also, that will, as in when you keep updating the progress, it will be visualized here. So the green lines that you see are the completed works, that is the approved works. And the blue ones are in progress works. And this strip chart can be downloaded as a PDF. And we can play around with scaling the chart, and you can download in whichever view you want. So next is the GIS. So here GIS visualization. Here the progress can be visualized using a GIS, where you will get the digital twin of the project. Here we have used Google Maps using and HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So here, if you see, the entire road alignment will be plotted on the Google Maps. And when we select any section, and I'm selecting one work group for now. So that work group's progress will be plotted on the GIS map, so that we'll be able to visualize the progress from the Google Maps itself. So here, if you see, if you click, so here, if you click, you will get the details of that GIS map. I'll show you an example from a different tab. So if you click on this location, you'll get the progress, and the progress will be available as strip chart also. And if there's any dashboards like for the RFIs, that will all be visualized here. So next is the structure visualization. And to add to the GIS, we have also done a detailed webinar explaining the GIS capabilities. So you can check that out also. And next is the structure visualization, that is for non-linear works like bridges, culverts, and all. We can visualize the progress in terms of digital twin using BIM. So I'm selecting the existing project that we already have. For this view, we have integrated with Autodesk Platform Services for the BIM viewer. And the component mapping here, each component is mapped to the activities in the PMIS. And as and when the work progresses, the component color keeps changing, indicating the different status of work. So when you click on any component, you will get the details of that progress. So the green ones here that you see are the completed works. The yellow ones are still in progress, and the gray ones are yet to start. So when we click on any component, we'll get the details when it was, what is the component, when it was completed. I mean, when the RFI was created, when the inspection was completed, and the final work status also. So with this, we'll go back to the presentation. What we have seen is for the railway projects. So this will be useful for other infrastructure projects like highways, bridges, and tunnels, metro rail, power generation, renewable and transmission, water distribution and wastewater, airports, construction and real estate, oil and gas pipelines, irrigations and dams, seaports, or any other construction projects that you have. And to summarize, as we have seen today, the infrastructure projects involve a wide range of stakeholders, massive data, and complex coordination challenges. These challenges can be overcome with a project management information system, which helps connect every piece of that project ecosystem. So that all the users will get centralized information, which will improve the accountability and provide real-time insights, which will enable all the teams to act faster. And as the infrastructure continues to scale and diversify, the digital platforms like PMIS will definitely redefine the next generation project delivery. The PMIS is now available as a product. Client-specific customizations can be done and implemented at any project. So with this, we'll I come to the end of the presentation. If you want to get any further details or a detailed demo, you can scan this QR code and get in touch with us. and our team will contact you for further discussions. Thank you everyone for your time and participation today. We look forward to continued discussions on transforming project management system through digital innovation. So have a nice day. Over to you, Preeti. You can take it now. Take it forward from now.
The session was really interesting, and the application was so enhanced to look. So, thank you so much for sharing that with us today. So, I'll take the session control from here. So, we are conducting another session called as Creator Tech Connect. This is completely a technical session. So, this month on November 12th at 4 p.m. IST, we are planning to conduct session on the topic product release updates in Zoho Creator. So if you want to get updates about the latest release in Zoho Creator, please scan the QR code and register for the session. So and again, for the next month learning table series, we have planned to conduct it on December 4th, 4 p.m. IST. Since it's a recurring sessions, you will be automatically get notified about the session since you have registered today. So thank you so much for attending today's session. We'll meet again in the next month learning table series. Meanwhile, if you have any doubts, please try to training@zohocreator.com. Thank you so much for attending the session.